We have more details tonight on how the province plans to tackle its backlog of surgeries. A task force was formed last June to help address the thousands of people who are still waiting. Here Now's Henrika Wilhelm has this update.
I think that it's a bit of a cliche to say that we need to call this a crisis, but that's precisely what it is. And I think it would be beholden onto government to acknowledge that, and then we can, from there, start getting this fixed.
Our members are very frustrated by the system's, the incapacity of the system to accommodate the needs of the patients. Because ultimately, it's the patients that we're all working for.
1 year later, the same concerns, but 32 new recommendations aim to address the surgical backlog. It's grown significantly since COVID-19 and the 2021 cyber attack. How many are still waiting for procedures, it's hard to say.
To use words, not numbers, for the size of the backlog, it's large. If you take the two largest categories within the backlog, total hips and total knees, joint replacements, the estimate would be around 3,000 people waiting.
Some of the key recommendations in the province's report: centralized surgical wait lists, a 6th operating room at the Janeway Hospital, and freeing up surgical hospital beds taken up by those waiting to move into a care home.
Recruitment of healthcare professionals will help us open up additional long-term care beds within the personal care home sector. I don't want to get into announcing what's going to come in an announcement in the very near future with that sector, but we've been working with that sector to look at lower acuity level 3 that were never able to be admitted to a personal care home.
The reaction to the plan? Cautious optimism.
I've been practicing medicine in this province for almost 40 years. I'll let you judge for yourself how optimistic I am. No, I think, the fact that they've come out with such a comprehensive approach is a good thing. I don't see the wait times going down. And in fact, while we welcome this announcement, it's just an announcement. The people who are on the waiting list are no closer to their operations. These changes have to be put in place to get them there.
Solutions? They hinge on staff.
You take recovery room nurses and you move them into the emergency room, well, then there's nobody in recovery, which means that you can't do so, it all kind of ripples back through. And that's why when we've been talking to government recently, we've been talking about, it's no good moving the gaps around. We need to start filling the gaps.
While there is no set time frame, the hope is to tackle most of the 32 recommendations over the next 2 years. Next up, same-day joint replacement in Corner Brook and an outpatient rehab clinic in Gander. Both are expected to launch in September. Henrika Wilhelm, CBC News, St. John's.